there, Chaotic Nation, it's your boy Chaos here. Welcome back to the Pokemon Scarlet Violet 3-Team Shiny playthrough that we are doing here on the channel. We are switching over to our final team, which will be led by our Fuecoco. And we will be getting a couple more Mons here. We have 2 more hunts to do today before we continue on, but also I need to fix the layout. Oh, I had it set. I just need to get rid of the Titan. Haha. And I needed to figure out what the color scheme was. Also, this works kind of pretty well. This is kind of good. I'm actually going to keep it. I like it. I like it. I like the vibe. I'm going to keep it. But we need to work on a sandwich. The fairy encounter sandwich. We'll work from there, but we're working on our next hunt. Okay. Interesting. You can get a power. You get a sparkly title in encounter power 3 with tomato and 2 salty herb mysticas for fairy. We do not have ultra. We just need encounter power. So we can go for cheek kebab, nom. I should see if I can make something. Bacon, lettuce, tomato. So we're doing a BLT with mustard, essentially. That's what I'm reading right now is a BLT with mustard. Bacon, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, mustard. Oh, it's the BLT sandwich too. I want to see if they have it. It's 72. It's this one. So I need to go buy ingredients. Apparently. Yeah. And we made it all the way here just to have to go buy stuff. That kind of sucks. Guess we could buy something since we're here. Yo, what's up, Nico? Sorry, I was tabbed out. Bacon, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, and mustard. That's what I need. I need tomato. Bacon, lettuce, tomato, mustard. How was your Friday? Hopefully it was well. It was good. I guess it is technically still good. Hope it was good. I can't say that mine was super productive. I honestly just feel super sluggish. And I honestly debated about streaming tonight just because I was like, man, I really am just feeling it right now. But I'm like, what else am I gonna do? I don't think I'm really like excited to do this right now, which is part of my problem. But I know that's because it's shiny hunting and I'm not super into that. But I'm tired. I haven't been sleeping well. Even though I've been sleeping more than enough, like I've got enough sleep, it just don't know what it is. Yeah, I get that because I just feel the same exact way. Just so drained, tired for like no reason whatsoever. Just, and I don't know what that is, but not fun. We're looking for Tank today. So it'll be our goal. The good part is with this sandwich, we can just go down to the bottom and click on the BLT. Apparently it's DA weekend. I love BLTs, but I hate tomato. So I just like LTs, I guess. I know it's bacon. I like bacon. A lot of people are doing DAs. Yeah, DA weekend. I just saw somebody. I don't know what that means, but cool for them, I guess. Cool for them. We actually got something tomorrow, and I'm debating about streaming it or not. So we'll see if I get a stream tomorrow at like 2 p.m. We are doing our first ever Team Yell battle event, which you've seen us do in the past, like the Team Yell Shiny Hunting Tournament, the Team Yell the Team Yell this, the Team Yell that. So we're doing one of those tomorrow, and we're gonna be specifically battling in Legend ZA. I am not taking part in it because I'm like the event person and I know everybody's stuff, so I'm just kind of coordinating things. But I don't know if I'll stream that, but we'll see. Yeah, thanks for the congrats on OOTR. We needed to finish it. We would not have finished it without the help from the community that could access our seed to tell us that we missed something. So it was good that we got that. Honestly, I kind of fell out of playing OOTR. There was one time when we did that seed that I wanted to play it, but as I said, I think yesterday, and I know I said it to Jimmy after the stream, I'm not sure if anyone else was still on the call at that point, but OOTR just takes a long time. And I don't really see myself doing much of it anymore because I don't do the 12-hour streams anymore. Like, I don't have those. They don't come up, you know? So I don't expect to do more of that. I expect us, if we're going to do like a random OOTR thing, it's going to be me doing Sunshine because I'm really enjoying that. I love playing Sunshine. But also, it's a game that can be completed in like 3 hours. Given a good seed. Like, we get a bad seed, it's going to take a little bit longer, but yeah. What's my plans? I have no plans after OOTR. Doing that on Sundays didn't really add a slot. It didn't. Let me try to say this correctly. Doing that on Sunday was kind of a bonus stream for you guys. It wasn't me doing anything usual. Like, I don't really want to keep streaming on Sundays unless I'm doing a project with like Jimmy or Kong, and that's the only time I can do a project with them. Right now I want to stick to the Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday set. We might pick up a weekend stream, but as I say, weekends are kind of nuts for me because Saturday is really my only day off. And I like spending that doing my own thing, not worrying about content. Like, if I want to stream, I will. We're doing this event, so that's like one of the ways that I'm going to be spending my Saturday this time. But Sunday, it's like my busiest day at work. I get home and I'm exhausted and I don't really want to stream, but I do it because that is when we were available to do it. So yeah. I don't plan on streaming more on that day unless we're doing something. We might see it come back eventually, but I don't know. Really, the question would be like, what's our plans after this series is done? Because right now, 3 days a week, like, we finished Cage Lock, so 3 days a week is going to be me doing this. And I've kind of implemented a hidden, you know, not hidden, but like one day a week I do a sunshine randomizer. I really just didn't want to do this week, if I'm being honest. I don't know why, I don't feel like I'm done shiny hunting. I want to finish the series, but I don't want to shiny hunt. And that's where we're at. So I went yesterday, I'm like, all right, I can play Sunshine. I can play a little bit longer, which I did. We still didn't beat the seed. We just haven't had good seeds on stream. So that's kind of sucky, but we'll get there eventually. But I don't know if I'm going to continue doing something like that once a week. I like the break, so I might do it. But also, it could be a time for me to go ahead and start the next project. So yeah. I'd love to do another OOTR eventually. I just need the time to do it. And I don't have the time to do it. So we'll see. I feel like that was shiny hunting doing eggs yesterday. After about 10 eggs, I'm like, I didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah, eggs can also be like that. I think the only way I got through eggs is because no one else had anything else to do. And you guys were here and we were around. So we are in, I mean, they're showing up here naturally, but you need an outbreak. But yeah, you guys know by now, if you've been around the channel, I don't particularly like shiny hunting. It was something we did all the time. To now, it's like something I don't do at all. Like, I like doing races, I like doing events, but I don't want to sit here and just shiny hunt. Also, I need to turn music on. We need to do that because I don't want to have to keep listening to that shift and change. So let's find something to watch, something to listen to. What do we feel like today? What do I feel like today? I don't know. Let's do... No, I haven't listened to this in a while. Do some Sonic Forces. Not Sonic Forces, Sonic Frontier. I don't know if we want the ambient soundtrack music.
Can an album be a classic immediately?
No. Dude, I hate ads. I really hate that one because it was... about other things. About someone I don't like. Alright. Feel sometimes trying to think it's chore, but it could just be. No, I think it is. I mean, realistically, we're playing with insanity, where it's like you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, expecting something different to happen, and most of the time it doesn't. But again, it only takes that one time, and there's a possibility that it can happen to get your outcome that you want. But it's not like I want to do. Like, I like playing games. I like the challenge of games. I like the idea of thinking about games and how they work, or like finding ways to break the game. I don't want to sit here and just do the same thing over and over again most of the time. You're after Omanite. You got Masuda twice for the evolution. I mean, there's other ways you can hunt it, but I understand. I understand, like, you don't want to hunt it the other ways. The thing is, I want to do so many hunts, it's just, I don't have the motivation to do them. You don't want to do phosphorus sets and you don't have Pokemon Sword. You don't have Pokemon Sword. Oh, do you need Sword for that? It's a version exclusive, but you could trade for it, right? Oh, so you're saying you can't? Okay, I got it. Brain works. Brain works. Verge exclusive meaning you can't physically go out and find it. You have to breed for the one if you want it, which I understand. Now, Brain went, oh, you can get one and then just breed it, and like, oh wait, that's what you're saying. I don't know. Like sometimes it's like a different method of hunting is great, but I was hoping that we would have Herba for this one, and we don't. So we're really just relying on this outbreak method, which has been stupidly inconsistent this whole time. And then we're probably doing 2 Pokemon that don't really get outbreaks that much. So it's also making it difficult. And I don't have the ability to do... I mean, if I had something on my other Switch with Scarlet and Violet, we could do a thing where I hosted raids or I made the sandwich for the Tinkaton, but I don't have that access right now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this being done and going to something else. And that always happens with the challenge run. Just the wants to be done with the challenge and to move on. Do you not have Nintendo Switch Online? No, not for this one, because this is my second account. I only have Nintendo Switch Online once for that, and that is for my main account with my main playthrough, main profiles. So my original playthrough of Scarlet, my original playthrough of Violet both have online. These ones do not. But then again, everything is on this Switch because this is my main Switch. I did see Fire Red Leaf Green coming to the Switch. I'm honestly not too excited about it. I love Fire Red Leaf Green, but like it's just a re-release. I can play them already. It's cool, I guess, to have a physical copy, but I will probably not buy it. Like if it was free for having the online stuff, which I don't know if it is or not. I haven't seen anything about that, but if it is free, I will play it again, and I will probably be adding it as a shiny playthrough at some point because I want to do that. But if it costs money like I suspect it will, then I don't want to pay for it. The only benefit for me is that I could stream it, a physical copy, and have a physical copy where I could do a shiny playthrough of it. But I don't want to do that necessarily, especially with the odds in those games being as high as they are, and then only having one system. I mean, I guess I could use my other Switch too. My other 2 Switches, but I would have to have 3 capture cards. Yeah, I don't think it's free. 30 bucks sounds probably about right. Alright, can we even get Tinkaton outbreaks? Is this possible? So it doesn't seem like it's possible. I feel like it shouldn't be this rare. Cheer about Eric Danes. Don't know who that is. I'm just like, is there anywhere else on the map? It could be at any of these spots, but the fact that we haven't seen it just kind of tells me that it doesn't show up like I want it to. Oh yeah, the ALS, and he passed away yesterday. That's unfortunate. I did not know who that was. Oh, I did see the Grey's Anatomy thing. Yeah, I did. That does ring a bell. It's just I didn't pay attention to it, honestly. That sucks, but with that one disease specifically, it's really just a matter of time. I mean, that is life in general. I'm kind of in a depressed mood, honestly, because I finished watching AOT, and it kind of talks about this. It's like, why, like the whole scheme of like the end of AOT. And I'm not gonna spoil it for people who don't want spoiled, but I'm just gonna say, like, the conflict is like the internal conflict with the main characters is like, why are we living when our people cause so many problems? If we just die, like, we're just not, if we want to live, it's just in delaying the inevitable that we will die. And I'm like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. And so, like, that's kind of been like in my mind lately, but watch AOT when you're in a good headspace. I guess my recommendation of the day. It's a great series. I loved it. A little sad that it's over, as with everything, but definitely needed to be over. Remember watching a Dead by Daylight streamer so long ago, had ALS and he died. Yeah. Like, I don't think, from what I remember from Lou Gehrig's disease, is that there's not really a cure, and all they can really do is like make your life comfortable. But I might be very wrong with that. I know they always did a thing with it was always on ESPN when I would watch sports talking about Lou Gehrig's disease. And I forgot what they said, like a lot of the stuff they said about it. But I'm not surprised if that is a condition. But I hope one day, as with every disease or virus or whatever thing that plagues humanity, I hope that one day there will be a medical solution for it. Allows people to live out their full, long lives the way they want to. Because we have all these really terrible diseases that just are like death sentences when you hear them. It sucks. They suck. All right, getting off gloomy topics now. I think I've thoroughly depressed everyone here. Good news. Good news, everyone. If you weren't around for the last couple streams, I did go ahead and purchase parts for a PC. I will be putting that together. I will be hopefully putting that together tomorrow as much as I can. I think I'm missing my memory or something, but I will be putting that together and we can then use that PC, which will add more stuff to the channel. And honestly, it might change a lot about what we're doing with the stream. It'll be great if we could have it up next week, because then it's something I've wanted to implement for a long time. We could go to doing streams on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And also potentially, we could also stream on TikTok. So one that would give everybody more content, because I know the people who watch the YouTube stuff are different from the Twitch stuff, and the people who watch the Twitch stuff are different from the YouTube stuff. I know all that stuff. And potentially that could be a better way for us to get out there and interact with other people. Also, it would be a way for TikTok to get up and running again, because I don't really have clips. I thought about it and going back to edit old clips because I have plenty of shiny reactions and stuff that I could put on TikTok. I just haven't done it yet, honestly. It's kind of my concern right now has been getting the cage locked on. I've wanted to edit all of it before I start doing the little preview stuff that we've been showing on the videos lately. But I'm running out of time because we're already 2 or 3 episodes deep. I think it's 3 because I think last week was when they started. Yeah, they definitely started last week. But and I only have 5 episodes up, so I only have through next week done. So I need to do some editing with the other intro stuff. You guys can have those ready to go. But I am edited all the way through the last stream, so we are mostly done with the series. At least. Yay! We got it! Finally. Woohoo. Kind of just a big blob on my screen, I'll be honest right now. But I'm assuming it's meant to be like right here. Like these ones count. I mean, all of these could potentially be part of it too. Oh, but we found it finally. See, I hope to do some additional stuff with the computer. It definitely is going to be great because there's a project I want to work on that I need to have a better computer to do. I've been scared to do it because I felt like I haven't really been able to. And potentially, we can run some things that we've been scared to run. So I got a beefy computer. Like, I wanted something that was top of the line, something future-proof. I wanted to run all the stuff that I run now and more. So, I mean, it was pretty expensive compared to... It's not like the most expensive PC in the world, but it's a pretty expensive PC. It just needs assembled. And I actually wanted to work on that a bit today, but I kind of didn't. I've just been, as we were talking earlier, been kind of tired, not really focusing. So it's been hard for me to get motivation to do things. Besides just endlessly work on Cage Lock. But if I have everything, and I have to double check if I have everything or not yet, then I will be trying to get that put together as soon as possible. And that'll probably be my weekends. Especially considering that I don't have a stream or anything, obligations to do anything specifically, but I'm excited. So, and I'll have to see if I can put it together because I've never put together a PC in my life. I'm gonna try. I feel like it's not too difficult, and I've also taken mine apart, so I'm taking the one I have now apart, I should say. So I should know a little bit about putting stuff together, but if not, I have some friends that might be able to help me with it. I'm just a little worried about their availability to get it running and stuff without just going to them, giving them the stuff, making them put it together, and then coming back. All right, let's let it reset a little bit. Because we did a lot of resets. I also didn't eat food, so I might be shorter today if I get hungry. To be fair, I had lunch at like 3 o'clock. So that's on me, but it also was like, I've gotten to the point where there's nothing I really want to eat in the house. Like I have some leftover stuff and I'm like, I don't want this. I can make sandwiches, but I have sandwiches usually for lunch and stuff. So like I was having a hard time making a choice on what to eat for lunch, which resulted in me taking a lot of time to make lunch. But we got there eventually, which was good. Yeah, it was pretty late, which is why I didn't want to eat dinner at like 5 or 6. I kept going, well, I should eat before I go on stream, and then I'm like, then it got to 6:30, and I'm like, I might as well just go on stream before I don't go on stream. And yeah. I think we can probably knock out a couple more and be okay. I'm also not sure what counts for this outbreak just because of the location. Yeah. So I don't know. I might get food after stream. I might just say screw it. It depends on if I get hungry. I'm actually feeling a little hungry, but I think it's because I'm just talking about it. It's like a placebo thing. Yeah. We are still not at the Tank outbreak, which is just funny to me. So we're just basically gonna run around here looking for an orange hammer. Which is gonna be fun. But I would love to be able, and I think we'll be able to do these multi-stream things. I can increase the streams on YouTube. I can make that actually part of, because I've only been streaming on YouTube because I want to improve the algorithm. And so increasing the amount of streams to what I do every week is great. And then I have another stream on Twitch as well, so we can do something else. I will not be sure if every single thing I stream will go on YouTube though. So we might have to do some editing with that, but that is the difference when you do 2 different things on your channels. I mean, YouTube is a challenge run, so I guess as long as I'm doing a challenge run, I could stream it on YouTube. So, you know, it's going to be part of the stuff. We'll figure it out. But to me right now, I don't feel like there's much of a reason to keep anything separate besides just doing it on the different platforms.
At Walden University.
All right, this is ridiculous how many freaking ads there are on this freaking soundtrack. I can't stand it. we're gonna just play the actual soundtrack. All right, Tinka Tink numbers are going down. So we haven't broken the broken. We haven't KO'd everything yet. The outbreak is still here, but we should have probably done 60. So now it's just resetting. Also, Sonic OSTs just go hard. I've been seeing on TikTok this guy playing the bass parts to the like original Sonic games, and I'm like, this is crazy. And definitely the part of the soundtrack I like the most. Also, now how does the music sound? Because it's might be just a touch loud. So I want you to still be able to hear me clearly over it. Actually, we might actually have KO'd too many. We have one issue because I know there's a Nathan Sharp song at the end of this, but I think this is a 6-hour playlist, so I think it should be at the very end. Tinka Tink numbers definitely going down. What's going on? Ah. Oh. It's ping. I couldn't do what I did the other week. Had to go out for work a couple weeks ago, and I kind of did what I did today, where I didn't really eat dinner. So my dinner, quote unquote dinner, became having some ice cream and like not having dessert, like just eating my dessert for dinner. And I'm like, this is not good. But I wasn't like hungry to eat a whole meal. Like, I'm not hungry to eat a whole meal right now. Also, can I say I hate this shiny? Does anybody else hate this shiny? It's stupid that the hammer changes. And I'm more upset. I'm not upset that the Tinkaton, the body of the creature doesn't change. I'm upset that the color of the hammer is not the color of shiny Corviknight. Because if the lore of this Pokemon is that it beats down Corviknight to make its hammers, if it's a shiny one, it should be using rare shiny Corviknights to make its hammer. Or my other thought is it should stay the same color because the Corviknight isn't changing, but the Pokemon is changing. So the Pokemon should change and not the hammer. But that's just me. I don't know if anyone else hates this Pokemon's shiny. I just do. They did a lot of really bad shinies in this gen, and we're just gonna state that and talk about it because, yeah. I mean, Charcadet is an abomination for how terrible shinies are. Like, I can get it. I understood. I can defend the first couple generations where the shinies are based on a palette swap, where it's not done by human hand and human design and ingenuity has nothing to do with the shinies. But when you start making bad shinies and you are customly making every single one, that is just stupid and appalling. Which is why we've been doing the custom shiny deck series, and I look forward to the day that comes back. And who knows, if we start streaming every day on all our platforms, like if every stream is on every platform, we might bring that back as like a one day a week kind of thing, like on Wednesdays or something. Because I definitely don't want to be doing a challenge run 4 days a week. That just sounds crazy to me. So I would love to go back to that series. I would love to restart, go back through our decks, look through things. But I think the way I was editing them, I think something changed with an update to PowerPoint. It didn't allow much for image editing. So I'll have to figure out a little bit more with Photoshop and stuff, how to do it, maybe. I assume the lull was for the hammer being the different color, because I'm pretty sure I saw that come in at that point in time. But it's a dumb thing. Like, it barely changes. It's like me changing the color of Mareep's face to black instead of blue. Like, it barely changes. Why would you want that? I want to see good shinies, and I don't care if they don't change that much. Like, people have complained about the subtle changed shinies since they've been around, which has been since the very beginning of the series. Again, you can write off some of the early ones because they were palette swaps, but they're not the worst shinies. The ones that are the worst shinies, the ones that don't make sense thematically with their evolutions and or just or look terrible for the Pokemon. Like, there's nothing saying that a Tinkaton wouldn't have a giant purple hammer. Honestly, the hammer should be like wooden. I would love to see them make a different material. And I guess the copper works, but again, you didn't change the base mod. From what I've seen of Shiny Tinkatink, you didn't change the base mod. So that's my real problem. I don't know. I feel like we knocked out enough, but I want to make sure. I know I saw starting to go down. That's another thing I wish they would show us, is like the knockout rate for these things specifically. I mean, we see that it's still there. We'll just knock out a few each time and we'll go from there. Also, we need to start thinking of Disney names for these characters. Because we are doing Disney for our final set of names. There's not many left. All right, so we definitely have the max outbreak potential. That is done. Man, I really forget the stories of Sonic Frontiers. Besides that, I know the gameplay is very much the same for like every level, but the story part is like what I don't know of. Okay, what the heck? I don't care that I just went live. I've been live, man. All right. I know the Sonic Frontiers was a random tangent. That's what we're listening to, so that's what made me think of it. But if you guys want to see anything specifically for us to do as a challenge run or a playthrough with the channel, let me know. We're going to be doing some stuff, as I said, for our subscribers on the YouTube video on Wednesday, or YouTube stream. We are going to be going back to another member series that'll start in March. Hey, we got it. Let's go.
That's because
Let's go. That's what I like to see, man. All right, we get Mold Breaker. What do I want to catch you in? I don't even Luxury Ball, maybe. Crit Cap. Let's go. That's fast. That was so fast. See, Shiny Hunting's not that bad. Still not great, but it's not that bad. Love that we got an ad right when that was happening too. All right, the Metalsmith Pokemon. We didn't get a nickname for this. What would be a nickname for this? Disney character with a hammer. I can't think of anybody. It's not working. It's female. There is none. It's because Disney's weenies. I'm just gonna look through stuff. Isn't your hair twist? I'm gonna call it Rapunzel. I think it gets like braids. And I really thought about it because of the frying pan that she wields. I'm like, frying pan, hammer, kind of the same thing. All right, Tank acquired. That's not the right one. This is the right one. We are attack over speed, which is pretty good for us, honestly. Not terrible. Now we have one more to do. So let's head out to... I think I've gotten it. It's just caught. So I've had to catch them. I guess we just go catch a Sandaconda and then we look at it. Because I doubt I've caught one. I think it's gonna get braids, right? Yeah, like this should be really easy for us to do. Since it's like right here. I don't have a quick ball. Nice. It'd be great to get the shiny hunting out of the way. Then we could just focus on the other stuff. So it is level 23. Perhaps... let's just take a look at its dex. Or its habitat. It's only here and on the other side, so... I think we want to go hunt it Oh, we have an outbreak. I guess we're hunting it. That's crazy that we got both of them in the same one. That's crazy. We're gonna finish the hunting since we have an outbreak already, but we may not be using the Sandaconda here until much later, just because of levels. And we need to move you out of that spot. But you guys are shiny as well. Right? No, you're not. These are just the ones I've caught. But I think this will lower the level. Or this will have a less powerful version of Sandaconda. Because these Pokemon should be like teens. No, they're still 24s. So we probably won't use that early on. This is going to be a bad outbreak spot just because we're on a freaking hill. Hide stuff, man. You're right here. It's not terrible, honestly. But yeah, we will probably not be putting this into the team very quickly. I guess we'll need it for... We should use it sparingly against Giacomo. As much as we can. I know the eyes turn yellow, but I don't think anything else really changes. I think it's maybe a darker color. No, I have one of these. Also, while I'm thinking of it, let's go Tinkaton. I do have Sandy. What is it called? Silicobra. I do have Silicobra done. I do not have Sandaconda.
Even when business owners
My Sandaconda don't exist. But I knew I caught us. I knew I did Silicobra in the deserts. I got one while I was doing a race with Kong one time. You want to fight them? They're right there, dude. Okay, it's 30. We are on track. We definitely can get them both today. I'm just keeping an eye on my... If we do get them, I might just say we're done. Also, and figure out food stuff. It's been an hour or so. It's not a shiny, just attack it, dude. But I doubt it's as fast as the last one. No, it's anywhere close to as fast as the last one. I say it doesn't seem like they're spawning, but I might have just KO'd them all. To the line. Although that one was pretty quick, so this one could be really... I will say this will be the last hunt that we do for 2026 right now. I don't have any others planned. I'm sure there will be a Team Yell shiny hunting event. I'm sure there'll be other events, that I will do, but until then, I don't have any others planned. However, but you can always force one of my streams to be a shiny hunting stream if you want to donate your points here on Twitch. All right, there's 60. Now we just have to look for yellow eyes. We will be done. And we can run around this circle to reset them, which is good. And then up the hill. That should help make them spawn more exclusively. I guess the outbreak is more on the other side, so that's fair. I did not want Silicobra. I was actually going to do Garganackle here. The issue became that, as you saw, Nacli is a really common shiny in this game. Very easy to get. And I got 3. So I caught a Garganackle in Area 0. I caught a Knackle Stack in Area 0. I caught a Nacli on the beach. I caught a Nacli in the desert. I caught a Nacli somewhere else. Got a couple Nacli. So I wasn't going to use a Pokemon that I already had a shiny of. That was kind of the point. Because if you've been around at all, you know I don't really like catching things that I already have. So I want to get new shinies. Of course, I'm never going to say no to a repeat or a duplicate, but I do want to try to get new ones before I go for another specific way. There surely are exceptions. I haven't found one really yet. But we will, when I find that exception, I'll let you know. So we'll be shiny hunting it. But I want new things. So eventually I'd like to, I know it's probably never going to happen, but I'd like to have a complete living dex of every shiny Pokemon in existence. The problem I have is I'm not consistent enough to make good progress. And there's always a new generation coming out. And there are mythical Pokemon and such that I can't ever get shiny. So we will try to complete the decks as much as possible. And I do really want to finish the Let's Go decks. Which will be something we do when we do some of these shiny hunting things. I think specifically, well, it depends on what we do when we get there, but I think I'll probably focus on doing the encounters for the Let's Go encounters and doing like the DAs or something like that. I never did like Silicobra. It's just kind of a basic snake Pokemon to me. I wish it had something a little more special about it. But that might just be me. They say every Pokemon is somebody's favorite, and somebody has to like this thing a lot. I don't hate it, to be fair. It's just not something that I really anticipate using. But hey, we found out we really like Pincurchin from doing this. So maybe we'll find out we really like Sandicobra or Sandaconda. Who knows? It's always part of it. And I always that's one of the things that drives me with randomizers is I like finding Pokemon that I haven't used before. And I'm thinking about implementing a new rule for my Nuzlocke that I do. I'll think about it in the next one that we do eventually, but just know that there's something else I want to do to kind of help with what we pick up. Because I've noticed a lot, especially with over the years, that I tend to get like similar encounters and I'm like, I know this is a good Pokemon, so I throw it on my team, but doing something that limits the amount of changes that I can make to my Pokemon and kind of forcing me to use what I get. But we'll see about that as we go. I do want to do a randomizer of Scarlet Violet at some point. I just need to be able to have that work out. Honestly, my favorite game to have Nuzlocke when we did the Generation Challenge was Sword and Shield. And partially it's because it's a new game and I haven't played a lot of it like I have the other ones. But I feel like it also is just a cool game with encounters in the overworld and such. That's why I think Scarlet and Violet would be fun to play too. Especially if we can get new things in the game that we don't have now. And also, as I've played through older games, I tend to not like them as much. Like, I've not been a big fan of... I used to say my favorite main series games is Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I don't think I can say that anymore. Because I have to think about it like, if it's like a region, I do really like Kanto. It is definitely my favorite region. But playing through the game is different because I think that number of Pokemon, 151 or whatever I think that is what they do in Fire Red Leaf Green 2 until post-game. That limited number is so bad for the gameplay because you're like, oh, this Team Rocket Grunt has this Pokemon that knows this move and will always use this move and will always be annoying, and I hate it. It's like, oh, this person uses this Pokemon, and I'm like, cool. I don't really want to keep seeing the same things over and over again. I like the variety. Like, I think a 400 dex is pretty good. Just, you get the variety, there's enough Pokemon. Like, people can have unique Pokemon. I like that better. And I definitely want to see more new Pokemon. And I don't know, I really don't like Kanto Pokemon anymore. Just because they're in everything. Like, they're every game. You look anywhere. Like, I could stop moving for like a second and I'm going to see a Kanto Pokemon. See, like, look, there's a Dugtrio, Kanto Pokemon. It's actually two, a Meowth's over here as well. Like, I want to see some other generations represented. Throughout gameplay. Like, the fact that we didn't have, like, Zebstrika, who is a really cool Pokemon that a lot of people like. We didn't get Zebstrika in a main series game until 4 generations after it came out. That's kind of crazy. But no, every game has to have Pikachu in it, or Meowth, or something like that. And put some newer Pokemon in the games. Like, I could see Zebstrika running around the desert out here. I could see them throwing Sigilifs around out here. Or like Conkeldurs and Girders and stuff. I think just the company focuses too much on that original IP. It doesn't allow themselves to let their newer pieces of work shine. Like, how many generations is it going to be before Earthworm comes into a game again? I don't know. And I guess part of it is, like, the Kanto Pokemon are basic. Like, they don't have a lot of unique design features. They're not, like, specifically climatized to a certain region. They can be universally placed in pretty much any game. I think that's why, like, we see Silicobra in this game. It's like, was it anyone's favorite? Did it need to be here? Not really. But was it a Pokemon that fits a desert theme? Yeah. Yo, Diglett, same way. It's a ground type Pokemon that's found in caves. There's a bunch of cave systems over here. Deserty area, perfect environment for it, you know? Like, I still want to see new stuff. Like, Cacturn to be out here. Although Cacturn doesn't fit nearly as well, you know, but it could be out here. I know it's in the actual desert, which is fine, but I think they need to get better at diversifying the areas, you know. That was one of the cool things I really like about the Fire Red Leaf Green Pokedex. Not to bring that back into the conversation. Hello, that's my computer. It's not the game, it's the computer. We figured that out. They always like you could categorize the Pokemon by location. So like you would find Meowth near urban centers, or you would find Pikachu in the forest biome, or like Onix would be in a cave system. Like you could sort by what locations the Pokemon were in, and it felt like a complete Pokedex to me. Like I feel like it's the best Pokedex because it feels like that. It's like, oh, you have ocean Pokemon like Staryu and Starmie that are gonna be found near beaches. You have ice types like Lapras and Seal and Dugong that are gonna be in the Seafoam Islands, which is for some reason a really cold place in Kanto. Like the Dex does a good job of highlighting that for us and basing them off of habitat. I'm not gonna say they have it's a perfect Dex, like that is cool, but the limited Pokemon available are not great. Like, do that. Really think about like your areas. Like, what is this supposed to be? Is this like a mine? Okay, what kind of like mine Pokemon will be here? We know like Rolycoly and Caracal should be here because they are They were Pokemon that are found in mines. You know, they are coal Pokemon, meant to be transportation vehicles of coal. Yeah, you could expect to find Reveroom and Varoom here because they are like machines that are being powered by the coal. But if it's a mine, put some more like mine Pokemon in it. Like there should be some cave-esque Pokemon. Like I would expect to see Onyx here, honestly. Onyx is more mine-like than Dugtrio for me. I'd expect to see Drillbur. I don't see Drillbur here. I already talked about Timber, but you know, that's another good example. Like, what is its location? Where should it be? You know? And for Timber, that really is like one of the only places that makes sense to be, because it's like a construction worker, but like the most natural construction worker location is going to be a mine, because it's not fully overtaken by humanity if it's being constructed, you know? And like match the dex entries too. Like Snorlax is a mountain Pokemon. You expect to find it in a mountain. Same with like Munchlax. I would expect to find it in a mountain area. Like you could maybe classify this as mountain area. Or classify that more as a mountain. But, you know. This could be a mountain too. I honestly think, I hate to say put the L word out there, but I'm gonna have to put the L word out there. I think they're just lazy. There's so much creativity in like Fire Red Leaf Green when it came out again. Even though it was a remake, like, did they really think about the environment of these Pokemon when they put them here? Do they all fit? Like, why is Charcadet in like almost every area around here? You know? Why is this Hariyama really belong out here in this little area? Should it be in a cave somewhere? What's the reason it's here? I don't know. I feel like they just go, this Pokemon kind of works. Cool. They're like, all right, we need encounters for this route. Give me 8 Pokemon that work. Here's what the route looks like. And they show like concept design. And they go, oh yeah, Diglett, Dugtrio, Meowth, Makuhita. Like, that's it. It's like, so the next generation comes around. Okay, this is this concept. What do you think? It's the same, looks like the same area. And they're like, oh yeah, Diglett, Dugtrio, Meowth. I'm like, Meowth being here really bugs me. It really shouldn't be. It should be like with the other normal type, like Jigglypuff and stuff that is around, whatever that town is. It's great how they have it near Larry's gym. Like, I like that as location for it, but it should not be out here in the freaking desert place. Do not like that for it. And another really good example of like how they built the environment is like Seviper and Zangoose. I love to see like it's cool to see counterpart Pokemon in the same area. Like, okay, they would actually be here in the same location if they existed in the same game. But doesn't make sense for them to be in the same location, like, you know? It's cool when it works, but they need to be both functioning in that location. Like that whole lore between them is just great. They don't do that now. It's like this. There's nothing about territories or there's nothing. They don't feel like monsters that would have like locations, you know, that they would choose to hole up in. They feel like just creatures that are randomly placed. It's like, I know there's snakes in the desert, but like, would snakes be this abundantly out in the desert? You know? Is that really their only place? Shouldn't they be like in the grass next to a town? No, feeding on the mice population that's there. Like, there's no, what are these snakes eating out here? You know? What are these elephants eating out here? Nothing. That's what. I just saw a Bagon. I was surprised they can spawn on here. I like when they think about that. Like, what's the system of stuff? Yeah, tell me a Kufant's eating a snake? I call shenanigans. I guess it's not that everything has to eat everything, but they gotta live in their environment. And I think that's what a lot of people say with newer games too, is like the environment's just not immersive. And I can get that to an extent. And I'm kind of arguing that point right now. But I don't think it's they've made bad environments. I think they are just the L word. Lazy. They're not fleshing it out like they used to. Like, given enough time, I could tell you why every single one of these Pokemon belong here. Why it makes sense for them to be here. But I still think there are other options that could fit too. And there's other things that need to be here in order to make it work. Like, and older generations did well at piecing that together. I'll give it that part of it is that they have really limited dexes. They don't have a lot of mons, but they are very just, you know, cut and dry to me in these newer games. And they could do so much better with many places. I feel like they did really good with that in Sword and Shield compared to other things. Like, oh yeah, mine cart, the Carkol and Rolycoly and the mine thing makes sense to me. Oh yeah, Aracuda is in a little fishing spot in Hulberry, sure. Same with Chinchou, like that makes sense to me. That feels like it's right, you know. Oh, there's this route that has like phalanx running through it. You know, it's kind of they would feel like Pokemon that would choose something like that for their location. Oh, hi. Like, I feel like they did good. And I think also part of the problem, and I don't want to call this a problem, but it is part of the problem with Scarlet Violet is its open world. It is the epitome of like, oh, we're just gonna put stuff in here. But you can make things like cross over like the route divides, you know? Like, oh, there's this, oh, there's this mouse Pokemon over here. Let's put a snake Pokemon near it to get it. Or a cat Pokemon that would be there next to it. Hey, if, you know, they expand a little bit further, like they're looking for food or something, you know, that makes a little bit of sense, I guess. I don't know. I'm really interested in what they announced. I saw that they were doing a thing, I think next week. Or maybe, you know, now that I think about it, I think it said February 29th, and I think it was a meme post. Because there shouldn't be a February 29th this year. In fact, I know there's not. Maybe that's what it said. Or maybe it either said 29th as a meme or it said 27th. I don't remember, but I saw somebody post that there was a presents. And they're probably going to give us Gen 9 information, I would assume. I would assume the major part of it. I would honestly not expect them to do much besides Pokemon Champions update. Here's what we're doing with this. And then a full hash out of like the 30-year anniversary, and here's all these cool things we're doing, like re-releasing Fire Red and Leaf Green on the Switch, and well, that's, and then showing us the new generation too. Oh crap! I need. Okay, I have another week. I was gonna say I don't have a video ready for Saturday. For the first Saturday of the month, so I need time to do that. February kind of got away from me. I've been crazy busy at work, let's be fair. Like, I used to be able to, like, do things leisurely. I'm working. Cranking out stuff right now. Maybe that's why I'm tired. I'm hoping I can get like. I'm looking at taking a weekend off to just go do something, and I'm not sure what that's gonna be yet. We'll see if that happens or not. Dude, this snake is not wanting to be shiny. Oh, so I find it funny that I got both. I will be getting both of my Sandaconda and Silicobra in Scarlet and Violet, and none of them in Galar. I feel like I should hunt more things in their native regions, but it's also being able to hunt them in their native regions. I really do want to go back to get back on the grind for my Ultra Moon. Well, I guess his Ultra Sun is the version I'm playing. My Ultra Sun Dream Team. It's just hard when my first encounter is a. My first hunt is a 1%. 1%. Is a 1% encounter of a 1%. 1% call rate of a 1% encounter. That's what I'm trying to say. Not a great first hunt. And I've already found a shiny. It just happens to be a freaking Spearow that I don't want. I have to make the choice because, you know, I am hunting Salamence. And I'm like, I know there is the Salamence here, but maybe what I could do is just... do that for a different playthrough and then start with Bagon. I don't think I'm gonna like having Bagon. I already know I'm probably not gonna like having Bagon, but that's why I wanted to hunt Salamence. It's like, this is the only game you can start with a level 7 Salamence and play through the whole game with that. I'm like, yes. So, and then doing it shiny is kind of crazy. It's just such a rare encounter that. To be fair, I've only done like 300 resets for it, and I'm already kind of like, ugh. But then again, it's like I don't hunt it often. In fact, I haven't hunted it probably in like a couple months. Just because I've had other things. Like getting my my new little system, my retro gaming system. I've been into playing Fire Emblem, and I'd rather play Fire Emblem than Shiny Hunt. And I have another Fire Emblem to play after I finish this Fire Emblem. So I don't anticipate that I'll do a lot of it. But I also recognize, like, I used to play video games a lot, specifically Pokemon games, when I was doing something else. Like, I'd be watching TV, like specifically sports and whatever. Like my Saturday would be me on my bed with my game, with whatever Pokemon game I was playing, and a football game or a basketball game or something on the TV. I don't do that anymore. Which is the last time I played Fire Emblem was during the Super Bowl. Because I needed something to do while it was going on. Nico, you fall asleep. I'm assuming Nico fell asleep. There is none. That was for the shiny. You're just waiting for me to get shiny. But also, you don't have to come out alert. I'm not trying to force you. I'm just wondering if you fell asleep. That'd be the funniest thing ever, is have somebody fall asleep with you on the toilet. Like, you're on the toilet watching somebody stream. Does anybody do that? First foremost question. But like, if somebody had your stream up, was on the toilet, just sitting there, fell asleep, and then you're like you're a shiny hunter, you get a shiny, you just scream at them and they wake up and they poop themselves, which would be great because they're on the toilet already. That'd be funny. I hate to say we're... Just want to look to see. Doesn't seem like... I gotta look at this. It's honestly... Okay, they're not playing games yet. Also looking at my friends, I got a message earlier that one of them was ready to go. So I wanted to see if anyone else started before I kept going here. Yeah. But back to shiny hunting. Pulling it back from the beginning where I'm like, I don't really feel like shiny hunting. I haven't felt like shiny hunting. I haven't felt like doing this series because I don't really like to shiny hunt. But I do want to get it done. So that will always motivate me a little bit to do it. And I made a deal with myself yesterday that if I played Sunshine, I had to do this today. But I am starting to get a little peckish. And I don't have anything here that I want to eat, so I probably have to go get something to eat. Yes, you could order it. I hate ordering food. I remember as a kid, it was such a cool thing when the pizza guy would come to the house. Mostly because I live in the middle of nowhere. But it was a cool thing that the pizza guy would come to the house and give us the pizzas. But now I'm like, having worked DoorDash, I will never use food delivery services. Just because I know the quality of the work that has to happen for, not the quality of work, but like I know what it's like to work those jobs, and it's never good. It's not fun. It's not great. And am I really lazy enough to make someone else go get my food? Again, throwing out the L word. Am I lazy enough to make someone else go get my food for me so I don't have to do it? And I go, no. And I go, I hated this when I hated when the college I went to, when I was doing DoorDash. People from the school would order from the place that's like 2 blocks away. And I'm like, you couldn't just walk there. And I'm like, even walking there like takes 5 minutes, but you couldn't get in your car and drive the the minute or two it takes you to get there and get in and get your stuff. Like, I feel like delivery is really only important if like you can't leave your house. Like if you're quarantined for COVID, like that's a good reason to do the DoorDash. Or like you have a party and you need a couple more pizzas. Like you're not gonna leave your guest unattended in your house. You're gonna order it and have someone bring it to you. Like those are fine reasons. But like if it's just you and your family and you can't go out, I'm like, that's just me. Like you're allowed to do it. But that's just my thought process. And a lot of it comes from just me going, I wouldn't want anyone to have to do what I had to do working at DoorDash. So I'm not gonna make people do that. Like if I want it bad enough, I can get up, I can go do that. And for me, it's like, I don't like leaving the house, so I get it. I get it. People are like, I don't want to leave my house. I got cozy. I don't want to leave. I just want to answer the door, get my food, and be done. I get it. But you think about how technology impacts our ability to just get things as fast as we want them, as soon as we want them. And not about if you actually need those things. You know? For me, I go, do I want this bad enough that I'm willing to go out and get it? And most of the time, the answer is no. I will find something else to have that will work. But if the answer is yes, then I, should go and get it myself. In my mind. You can be a different way and just, do it yourself, or have somebody do it for you. But yeah. I think I probably should stop before I have everybody unfollow because they don't like my controversial opinion. I don't think that's that bad of an opinion. I could definitely say way worse things that would make you leave faster. But that's just what I go through when I do it. And I think if you haven't worked as a delivery driver of some sort, whether that's for a company like the mobile order stuff, or for a business that actually has takeout like that, I don't think you understand it too as much as like the rest of us would. Maybe this gives you a little bit of an insider perspective on what it's like. It's like, I don't want your food. I don't want you to like be mad at me because I didn't get your food the right way. I didn't know what you wanted. I just followed what was on the thing. If you didn't specify something, I can't make it happen. But you go yourself, you can get whatever you want. And so I was skipping the topic, but I didn't have anything else to pivot to. I guess. Oh, look, it's shiny. How about that? That's a good pivot conversation. All that to be said is I don't know what I want, and if I want something bad enough to go out to get it. hovering around like Dairy Queen because I know there's a Dairy Queen nearby, but I also know that Dairy Queen never satisfies the way I want it to, you know? It's like, do I even want like a dessert thing, or do I want something to actually eat? And the answer is, I don't know. Hard lives mean that we live, you know, these privileged first world lives where we can afford to go out and eat food, you know? With a hashtag first world problems. Is that the hashtag? That was going around for a while. Alright. We've probably been at this for, I imagine, what, it's 8, so we've probably been at this for like half an hour. Probably a little bit more than that, honestly. I guess we can't expect, my hand is falling asleep. I guess we can't expect it to be as quickly as the Tinka-Tink. That was pretty fast. I'm honestly not, again, gonna re-point out that this isn't the best place to be doing this encounter, but I'm just hoping it works anyway. I do really miss the days of looking forward to just going online, and that going online with just being shiny hunting, because I knew there was going to be people there to hang out with and to talk to, but you know, the homies are off in Sleepyville or busy with other things, man. We really okay, I say we really lucked out with COVID, and I know that's a bad thing to say, but like, it was so good for this industry. It was so good for the streaming industry. And it just feels incomplete now. We're gonna work to do what we can. For now, this is a fun hobby for me. I really like it. I really like streaming. I like what we've done. I'm happy with the changes. So happy with the changes, honestly. I felt good about the changes, and I've enjoyed what we've done. I'm looking forward to the other projects we have that I have on my list, that and stuff that I don't even know what I want to do with it yet. I'm very much looking forward to all that. And man, I already feel like I do this full time. I think the difference, honestly, for me, is if I ever want to do this full time, would be I just would have more time to hang out with other people who do content creation and talk to them and make friends and plan things. Because I think I put 3 hours into a stream 4 days a week. So I'm at 12 hours right there. Plus I'm editing for probably 30 hours already. So we're probably over 40 hours a week on content. Because I edit all the time. That, like, if I'm not at work, I'm editing. And if I'm not editing, I'm streaming. That tends to be the cycle. It's not a great cycle for something that's a hobby, but I also acknowledge that if I'm gonna do this right, I have to put the work in. And as I said, until like my list of videos that I want to get done is done, or the list of series that I want to do is done, I don't have any more, you know, we keep going. And I think there'll always be something that I want to do, which is good. I like that. I like having something that I want to do. And I feel like specifically with the move away from just like Pokemon centric stuff, I've been able to focus on doing things I want to do. Like in the past, I would have never done as many Mario Sunshine seeds as we've done on the channel. And we haven't even really done that many. We're on like what, our 5th seed? I did 2 of those off screen. It's like I recognize that I'm enjoying that and I want to do more of it. Whether you guys want to see it or not. But it makes my content better, I think. It's just fun for me. It's fun for me to do things I enjoy because then I make good content. And I wish I listened to that advice earlier on. To be fair, I think it was streaming mostly that I didn't listen to that advice with. I've always loved doing the Nuzlocke. I've always loved doing the challenges like that. It's never the problem, but like when I got into shiny hunting, I'm like, I really shouldn't have got into shiny hunting. Because I didn't like it and then I streamed it and I'm like, oh, people want to watch this, so I should keep doing it. Not, oh, I like this, I should keep doing it. Man, this change should have happened a long time ago. But, I mean, part of it also was IC. And IC was giving me the fulfillment. And I kept saying that because I was looking for the means to do the second channel. And that's when IC came about. It's like I wanted something else. I wanted to do playthroughs. I wanted to enjoy other things. But now that it's gone, like, I had to change my personal stuff. Or else I would just be like burning myself out doing Pokemon stuff all the time. Which wouldn't be good for you guys. So I'm glad we've done what we've done. I think it's the right change. I think it's a good change. I think we've revamped what my community wants to be, what I want to do for you guys. And I want to share more and more stuff with you as we go. Really looking forward to what the next series is. I don't really have it. I'm sure I have it written down in my big sheet of content ideas that I'm going to do. But I don't know if I actually decided on what the next challenge is. I have a couple things that I know of that are on that list, and I just don't know what's next. And to be fair, I did this challenge after Minecraft to kind of get back to Pokemon on the channel for you people, not you people, but those of you who like the Pokemon stuff, those of you who like shiny hunting. I wanted to give you this back. It's also why I made it a channel point redemption, because I wanted you to be able to still be able to watch those streams. I think that's going to be my goal specifically with that redeem is like, when can you watch, what day are you going to be able to watch the stream, me do that stream? And then that'll be the day that we shiny hunt, if that gets redeemed. I think that's kind of our problem with shiny hunting, is we do it a lot. And I think this would have been better if I wasn't doing, just got off an event when I started doing the series or anything like that. If it was just out of the blue. My nose is waxed up, dude. Because I can handle it in like bursts, but I can't do it for long periods of time without getting tired of it. And I see that with like most of the challenges. By the time we finish it, we're like, yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this, but I want to be done. Like I think to the Jedi Survivor, I think to Fallen Order even. Fallen Order was the biggest one of these. Because I took 6 months off. Complete that game. Which was crazy. But like Sunshine was another one that I'm like, I want to be done with this. But it gets there because you've just done it for so long and it's a tough challenge. I think. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. But I know the part of my issue with this one is like, I'm just done shiny hunting. Like if I could just have the shinies and just go. Like not a problem. I would finish this game. Like if I get Silicobra today, I can probably say that I'm gonna finish this next week. Just because I'm gonna want to. I'll be like, yeah, I actually am playing the game. I get to do stuff. Woo. But I gotta get this thing today. That's the big thing. Oh, speaking of next week, I will not be live Tuesday. I have a meeting again Tuesday, so I will not be live. Unfortunately, Tuesday is the day that keeps getting siphoned out of my schedule. I'm like, really good that we finished Cage Lock when we did, because 2 weeks of not being available on Tuesdays when we do Cage Lock would have been bad. And I don't know what's next for the YouTube. I have an idea what's next for the YouTube. Again, I want to get my new PC up and running before I start doing it. I don't know if it'll be streamed. It might just be a recorded thing. Well, I'm running out of time if I want to get it done by the next series. See, the hard part is like, we can record all we want. We can get all the recordings done we want. But then I have to edit them. And so on top of that comes the times, like, if I'm gonna record a series, like I did with Pokemon Christmas, I lose my editing time for the other series that I was working on. So it makes it a little bit tougher. Which is kind of why I'm like trying to really get Cage Lock done. Well, honestly, I'm not a big fan of recording the stuff for the intros. I run out of things to say so fast. And then I gotta edit that stuff too. And that's... Ooh. That is actually harder than editing the series. Even though the series, like, just... The series editing is just time consuming because you have to sit there and watch everything. But the intro editing is like, you gotta find clips that fit what you're saying, and that takes a minute if you don't know what you're looking for. Really like the intro for episode 1, though. Of Cage Lock. You guys should go check it out if you haven't. Exclamation point YT in the chat pulls it up. Or you can go down to the panel below and click on the YouTube panel. It'll take you to it. You should be watching Cage Lock anyway. Cage Lock's great. I hope you enjoyed it live, but I also hope you enjoy the watching of it, because there's so many really fun edits that I did that I'm just excited to share, and I want you guys to see it. It's also cool to rewatch the project. I haven't actually been watching the videos. I need to. Unfortunately for me, the times they go live, it's just not good. Because like Tuesday before I go to stream, you know, it's when I'm eating dinner when they go live. So maybe I'll think about changing the time. But also it's like I stream, honestly, a little too much. So I feel like even for a full-time creator, I stream a little much. I don't feel like you should be putting 12 hours a week in this. I mean, I guess 12 is not terrible, but when you are, it would be fine if I was doing this as a job. Like that, 12 into 6 days a week would be 2 hours a day, which isn't bad at all. And then you have, you know, essentially 6 other hours to be editing or collaborating or something else. Which would be nice. I spend a lot of time editing. Honestly, I don't know what YouTube creators do. You know, if they have editors, what do they do? If you were working an 8-hour YouTube creator day, what are you doing for your 8 hours? Like 1 to like 3 hours of streaming? What's the rest of the time? Like, I guess you're recording for probably another 1 to 3 hours. So like there's still a couple hours in that day. Like what are you doing? Is it networking through other people's streams and content? Which I think is part of it, you know? Gotta be. It's crazy that your job could be watching somebody like make content. That's crazy to me. Or to think about it that way. I definitely would be thinking about it that way if I did this full time. It's like part of my investment is like I'm investing my time into somebody else's community because I want to be, you know, I want to open the door for collaboration with them. That's a good thing to talk about, collaboration. Like we have done, I felt like in the last year, like if you go back a year from today, we have done a great job with collaboration because we have been doing a project with someone else for the last year. Which is crazy for me to think about when that was a goal that I had a long time ago for the channel. But like we started, I don't know when we started the the rotation link. Well, it gotta have been like springtime last year. Because it ended in the summer. And then Spence and I picked up Soul Link right away. And then after Soul Link, we jumped right into Cage Lock. Well, maybe not right into Cage Lock, but we jumped into Cage Lock. So we've been collaborating for like the past year. It's nice to have that piece of like, it's nice that that piece of the YouTube creation experience. I miss the solo stuff sometimes. I do. I still can do them, and I plan on doing some of them. But I also still want to collaborate, and I don't know what the next collaboration project's going to be. I didn't have one planned out, so I'm assuming I'll probably do a solo project and then go to another collaboration. It's like really what I want. What do I want to do? I wanted to do Cage Lock really bad. I wanted a competitive series after so many Soul Links in a row. I like the competitive projects. They're fun. But I get that Soul Links are what people want to. I want challenge. That's my thing. But we also beat a Soul Link. We have a Soul Link win under our belts. It's like, what else can we do? Need to find a way to spice it up. Although Soul Links are kind of, the fun part about Soul Links is like the team building. So I don't know if I'm convincing myself to do another one or not, but we'll see. I definitely will do one down the line. It's just, I know people think the challenge, like the versus or rival lock or cage lockers things are tough because they are a little bit tougher. They're not just you playing through a game. There's other things on the line. But I like that. There's stakes. I like steaks. I like literal steak that you would eat. But I like the challenge. I like feeling like there's something worthwhile doing. Worthwhile to do or something like that. Not that Soul Links aren't, but bum 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 bum. Would you like to be shiny today? Any of you snakes? I would like you to be shiny today. Honestly, I think I will be done at 9 regardless of if I get the shiny or not before then. I think if I get the shiny, I'm just gonna call her a day. Again, because I want to eat something. I do really want to eat something. But I also, part of me is like, I don't want to ruin that I have this outbreak that I have at 30 and I have at 60 rather. I want to keep going and get a shiny. But again, it's just a game. You gotta give me that. I ask this a lot, but is there any game that you want me to do? You can let me know. Anything is on the table. I might tell you no, and I always feel bad for saying I can't do that. But I also have to recognize that there are some games that I can't play. And I apologize for that. There are challenges that I would love to do. Oh. No, let me up on the... Oh, okay. I didn't fall all the way down like I thought I was going to. It's just yellow eyes, right? That's the only... It's like gray, right? That's the other distinguishing feature. It's a slightly, like, washed... I guess washed out is the word. Washed out. Pokemon. I mean, I noticed the first one. So I feel like I should notice this one. I also saw its eyes. Like pretty much right away. Though now I do question if I have as many knocked out as I need to, because I think it's honestly just odds, but it feels slow because it didn't happen in an hour, you know? I mean, it gave us a gift that we had an outbreak with our Tinkating outbreak. Just need you to deliver. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I just need you to deliver, my dude. My guy, my friend, my just seeing. Okay, they're not in there. All right, that was a bit ago. Yeah. I've been thinking about changing the stream times to be earlier. I guess it's a bad time to talk about it because the people who I need to really talk to are not here. No, I guess the people I really need to talk to are here because the British people are going to be happier that it's earlier. I want to do earlier. I don't like this getting off at 9:30 crap. Go to bed in an hour crap thing. Want some time. So I was thinking, what if I ended around like 6:30 or 7 instead of starting around then. So I could start around like, I could do like we do on Wednesdays where I start at like 3 o'clock and go to like 4 or go to like 6. I would consider 4 to 7, but it's kind of bad. Like, it's the evening is such a bad time because it's like food. You need food. That's it. We got it. I saw you. There we go. Dude, both of these decided to show up when I had an ad for the soundtrack I was using, which is just funny to me. Let's go! Shiny Silicobra is caught. Alright, we need a name for this. There should be plenty of good Disney snake names. Isn't Jafar like a snake? Hold on. Also, I need to fix the layout because we didn't put either of these Pokemon on the layout. Tink. And Silicobra. This is a very slow team, right? For sure. But they all kind of connect. It's like pink and yellow. Pink, yellow, and like a brownish orange color. Which I think all work. Alright. What do we call on you? That's the big question. I can't think of any Disney Snake characters. Oh, the one from Jungle Book. What's his name? That would be a perfect one. It's not, is it really just Ka? Is that it? Yeah, it's just Ka. Okay, it's gonna be Ka then. For some reason that popped out of the recesses of my mind to be the name. So this is gonna be Ka. I hate how it makes me get rid of the name. And we have completed our first set of our last set of shinies that we need. And so we can remove our team from our box. Although you are shiny too. Alright, we can put these guys on. Louis, Rapunzel, and Ka, all from different things. Very nice. And Ka is so over-leveled. All female, by the way, which is funny to me. A team of little ladies. Yeah, our first one is Giacomo. Which is funny because I don't even have that store open. It'll be interesting to take on the Eevee's team with this. I don't remember which one she leaves off, but I feel like we're going to struggle a bit with that. Alright, well, we're probably going to need to do some battling, so let's just... We can save here. Go from there. But both of our shinies done. Which is great. And that means for us that we get another target off of our board. Which means we've completed all of the 3 team targets. They were all individual targets at one point in time too, which is funny. But them all being together now, we have completed. All right. Let's see. So that means we have 6 of 25 done, which is pretty good. All things considered. All right, let's get this done and then we will end. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you have been enjoying it. This specifically. That is Sandaconda too for our decks. That gets to be marked off. We get to make a quote. Woo. That is not what I need to have. Alright. Legend Z8 on 3 team done, which I think honestly should... Nope, we still have 1 Masuda set to do in Scarlet and Violet. So that is something we'll need to do. And I need to copy the link. What's up, Benji? We need to edit that command. As we have completed the hunt. What's up, dude? Alrighty, so that now has the updated list of our hunts for 2026 for our shinies. Which is good. As I said, I was gonna go until we got the shiny, so we did. So we are done. So appreciate you all coming. Benji, thanks for coming in here at the end. That is 6 of 25, which is pretty good progress for the year, which I'm happy about. Let's see if anyone's up and running right now. Who's doing stuff? Okay, I'm not really seeing a lot of Team Yell members. Ooh, that's a cool one to go see. Well, we talked a little bit about Fire Red Leaf Green going up, but I'm also always down to watch Coliseum and XD Shiny Hunts. So we're gonna go on a raid to my friend, fellow team member, Sendakill. If you've not seen them, you should check them out. They are currently doing some Fire Red Leaf Green resets for the Pikachu in Viridian Forest, which is hilarious to me. But they are also doing resets for Shadow Quilava in Pokemon Coliseum. So grab the raid message, whichever one applies to you. Check out the stuff. As I said earlier, we will not be live on Tuesday because I have a meeting, so I will not be here. So our next stream will be actually Wednesday on the YouTube channel, so please check that out. But we will be back with this on Thursday next week to hopefully get through this challenge and start our next one, which will be great. As always, check out all the socials. I did put the links in the chat for you to follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Discord, YouTube. I think I said them all, but if I didn't, they're all there. Please follow all the channels, see all the stuff. Members, get excited, get ready for a new member series dropping on the 1st of March. I'll probably upload that. I think Sundays might be the day I do, but we'll see. But sometime in March there'll be a member series coming out, so please be excited, ready for that. I'm excited to share it with you as it gets done. But that is all from me today. Thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, my name is Chaos. I better set up a raid before I leave and don't actually set up a raid. My name is Chaos, though, and I'm signing off for you guys tonight. Be safe out there. Enjoy your night. Enjoy hanging out with Sendakill and their fun stuff. Trust me, you're going to love the stream if you've not ever been over there. Full odds hunting is always really fun to see. And wish them the luck in their versions of... I don't know if it's a shiny challenge or not, but it might be like a shiny badge quest or something. But enjoy them. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you maybe tomorrow for the Team Yell thing. I haven't decided if I'm streaming it or not. That might be the next stream, but if not, next week. But that is it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, my name is Chaos. I'm signing off. Stay safe. And as always, burn it up.